Ashraf remembers the first time he met Godot, a few years ago. He was taking a train to a remote and ordinary village, as a witch lived there. She had never caused any problems, but suddenly strange things started happening, like cattle falling from the sky. When he left the train, he saw a blonde woman carrying a coffin, which drew his attention. Two siblings, Owen and Falvel, were walking around the streets calmly, but a man suddenly grabbed the boy furiously. The guy screamed his cows were killed, and that couldn't have been the work of a normal human. Then, Craig, another kid, interrupted the discussion to convince the farmer he was wrong. Still, the man blamed Falvel, as she was a witch. Owen said she couldn't have done anything, as she couldn't cast a single spell. But that didn't convince the farmer, who was about to get even more violent. Fortunately, Ashraf stepped in and used magic to force him to go away. He told the kids who he was and that he had an earnest request for the witch. The kids were a bit hesitant but accepted, as he helped them. Suddenly, a blonde girl with a coffin beat up the farmer from before and smiled upon seeing the group. Ashraf cast a barrier, which Godot easily broke with a punch. None of the mage's spells could stop Godot, but a monster appeared out of nowhere and sent her flying with a single hit. Ashraf didn't know it, but he thought it was something summoned to protect Falvel. As people started gathering there, the group took Godot and left. Ashraf told Godot she confused him a lot. Even though he expected something different, she stayed quiet after being captured and didn't try to do anything to him. Also, she should have injuries after being hit by the monster, but she was perfectly fine. After that, Owen revealed none of the witches in his family could speak. So, that's why Falvel couldn't cast spells. Even though most witches use magic writing rooms, there's one type that only uses their voice. Ashraf concluded she was a descendant of the origin, the mystic witch, Luna Farmington. That didn't convince Godot, as it didn't explain the monster that attacked her. However, Ashraf had already thought about that and deduced it was someone else's creation. Their objective must have been to incriminate Falvel and put everyone against her. When he asked if anyone new had come to the city in the past month, Craig said he and his dad arrived half a year before. As it was a long time, the mage said they were in the clear. Then, to the kids' surprise, Ashraf said he was there to get them back to the order with him. That offer was something clearly incredible to Falvel. Later, Craig went back home and told everything to his dad. Meanwhile, Owen and Falvel discussed what they should do. The boy wasn't sure but was happy to know his sister believed in Ashraf. As they left the house, Ashraf told Godot that the girl also must have some kind of curse mark on her body. To the blonde girl's surprise, he said he also knew there were more than 2 ways to solve that problem. However, a sudden noise interrupted their talk. When they went to check it, they saw someone killed the mayor. Craig was there and told someone using a mask was heading to Falvel's house, which made Ashraf worried. When the boy proposed to go there with him, the mage shot him several times. The boy fell and started laughing, revealing he was an executioner too. Unfortunately for the mage, the kid blocked a few of the bullets. At the same time, the other executioner arrived at Owen's home while Falvel was somewhere else picking sticks. The episode review. This episode actually brings back a problem of the series. Godot is always the least interesting character around. Her relationship with Helga and knowing more about Angela made her more complex. However, those are things she didn't have at the start of the series. And, as the current story happens in the past, she doesn't have those elements again. Fortunately, her not being so interesting doesn't make the story, nor the other characters, bad. Ashraf's calm and elegant way of solving his problems is always fun to see. And you want to find out the mystery before he does too, which is engaging. Also, Godot might not have a lot of personality, but her action scenes are great. You don't get tired of seeing them.